What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Odin coming back with another video, and today I'm going to be starting a series of videos on how to do live streaming without Google Hangouts on Air. For those that have not been following, Google decided to take Hangouts on Air off of their platform and has now been discontinued. So now every time you go to the live stream tab and you try and start and create an event, you'll see that it is no longer an option. So now your two options are either to just go live right away by using their webcam feature, which means you cannot bring other people on, but you can still live stream, or by using some other encoding software. Now, those that have not gotten into the encoding software program, I really highly recommend it, because what it does is it frees you from YouTube, it frees you from Google, so that if Google ever decides to take away support from any other apps, you don't have to worry about it, because you can continue to stream from those services. And also, you can eventually start to use services like Restream, where you can actually stream to multiple locations at the same time. If you've been following my channel and following my streams, you know that I stream to DLive, I stream to YouTube, and sometimes I'll stream to places like Twitch or even my secondary YouTube channel all at the same time because of what you're able to do. Now, of course, Twitch is the one exception to that, because Twitch, you can only, if you're a partner there, exclusively stream there, which is why I tend to not stream there very often. But today, before I go into a Streamlabs overview, and I plan on tomorrow starting to work on a series of videos where I'm going to just break down how to get started on Labs OBS, and also just to go over some of the basics over there, and also, of course, to ask you for certain questions in case there's something that you want me to cover about Streamlabs, being someone that's covered a lot. Now, there are a lot of tutorial videos out there, and I'm not trying to claim that I have and will have the best and most comprehensive, but as someone who is, again, a member of the Geeks and Gamers channel, as someone who is also someone that loves to stream and also wants to support all the people that have been going through a process of trying to figure out where do we go from here, since YouTube basically pulled the rug out of a lot of people, I want to try and provide the most help that I possibly can. So as you can see up here, this is the site that I'm going to be doing a series of videos on, and that is Streamlabs OBS. What's really great about Streamlabs OBS is that it is essentially OBS. However, it's got more software baked into it. And basically what you're able to do is you're able to follow your YouTube chats. You're able to follow all of your events. For example, people who subscribe, people who super chat, people who donate through Streamlabs as well. And it all stays in the same place, and you don't even have to use, or you don't have to even leave the app. So I'm definitely going through and we'll go through a tutorial on that and how to use it, because there's a lot of really cool features that happen with that. But let's say maybe you're not nearly as tech savvy. Maybe you don't really want to spend the time going into it, or maybe you're like Doomcock. If people have been following us on Twitter, Doomcock kind of wants to stay away from those types of programs, because you have to basically allow for these different softwares to take over your channel in some way. You have to give certain permissions to your channel. Now, of course, these are channels. These are rather are software programs used by many channels. These are tied in. I've been using them myself for months and have never had any issues with it. So these are big mainstream channel, big mainstream software programs, which should not have any issues. But of course, some people might want to be a little bit on the safe side. And so one of the things you can do is, if you don't want to use Streamlabs OBS, is that you can literally just use regular OBS. So for those that don't know, people who use OBS, I'm using OBS right now to record. And in fact, you're going to see a really cool image right here, because you're going to see, whoa, infinite image right here. But as you can see, I'm using OBS. And as you can see up here, you have the stop recording, start recording, but you also have this start streaming option. And basically what that means is that if you have your YouTube stream key set into the program, that you can start streaming to YouTube right away. And the only thing that this program will get is your stream key, which of course you can change every single time that you are going to do anything. So again, just go to obsproject.com and download it and just go through the process. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to show you everything because I cannot reveal my own stream key to my own channel. But what I can do is show you a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, because I don't really mind you guys seeing this kind of stuff, because I mean, really, honestly, what did you expect? You get pennies on the dollar when it comes to ad revenue overall. But what you end up doing is you want to go to your live streaming tab once you have your Streamlabs downloaded, and once you start to build your scenes, because that's going to be another thing, is building your scenes. So as you can see right here, I've got my webcam, but I also got screen capture on, which is why you can actually see the infinite infinite display going on right now. But you can add graphics, you can add all these other things, and again, I'll get more into that when we actually go into the tutorial for Streamlabs, because it is also the same thing. Streamlabs OBS is OBS on steroids, is like what I like to call it, because you can just do you can basically track so many other things that you can't just do in regular OBS software. But basically all the same things you do as far as adding alert boxes when people subscribe and all that other fun stuff, you can actually do straight into OBS just by adding the scenes and by building it that way. And again, I'll get into all of that in a future video. But for now, let's just talk about if you just want to do a direct stream from OBS. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Stream Now tab. You're going to basically title the stream whatever it is that you want to. If you want to schedule it, you press this little button here to schedule the stream and have pick your your date, pick your time, etc. And then when you're ready to, what you're going to want to do is you're going to copy your stream key here, if you don't mind using the same stream key over and over again. And if you copy and paste this into OBS, so if you go into your actual settings in OBS, you'll be able to see that there's an option under the stream tab to be able to actually put your stream key in. And basically, as long as the stream key's in, what that basically does is it ties your OBS account to your YouTube account. So basically, once you hit go live, because you have the correct stream key in there, and of course, you're gonna wanna make sure your service is set to YouTube Gaming. If you're wanting to stream on YouTube, it'll go automatically to that YouTube page, and whatever title that you put for the video, whatever the event page was, it'll go directly to that page. Now, there are of course other ways to do it as well. You can create an event, and then you can also create an alternate stream key. The reason why you might want to avoid that, if you don't want to do too much, is that you'll have to then copy and paste whatever the new stream key might be into your software to make sure that you're streaming to the correct location. So again, all you do is go to your events tab, create new event, and then when you actually go to the event page itself and you want to be able to specify where the stream is going to be coming from, instead of here where it says quick, again, Hangouts on Air has been discontinued, as you can see it says up here, you'll just go to custom, and then when you eventually hit the create event button, then you'll have the option to put the stream key. You'll get a stream key rather, and then you're just going to put that into your OBS software. So that's one way you can do it if you don't want to put any of your information in and you just want to have it be, easy, copy and paste, go back. And as I said before, I recommend just going and keeping it easy by using your live streaming, just the Stream Now tab. Again, the most standard version, what you see here, this is what I use all the time. And what you're able to do with this is then you're able to just use the same stream key over and over again. And as long as you have the title updated, then it'll create a new event. And of course, you can schedule it as such. But if you don't want to go into that, if you don't want to download any software, if you don't want to do any of that stuff, what you can do is you can go to another service here called called Go LightStream. So as you can see, studio.golightstream.com or just golightstream.com to get it set up. This is all based in your browser, so you don't have to download any software, and it's actually pretty straightforward. So basically, you go to the site, you just click the various buttons about what you want to do with it, and you'll get to this screen right here, and basically you just build your various layers. It's very similar to OBS. The difference, of course, is that you don't have to worry about downloading software. And actually, it has a little tour for you. It says, welcome. This quick tour will help you create your first live stream, your LightStream project. Now, the way that you do this is you do have to give permissions for them to access your channel because, of course, you're allowing this software to be able to take over various aspects of it, and also for you to not have to worry about putting your stream key in and etc., because it'll already be taken care of through this service. But you can again check and set your resolution to whatever it might be, because it's going to actually be able to specify and see what your browser can actually handle. So I can handle up to 720p 60 frames per second, or you can have 720p. Again, all depends on your internet connection. You can determine what your resolution is going to be, and then you can just go here to build your scene. So you can add a text, you can add image slideshow, you can add a camera. Screen share is how, let's say you want to do an interview with somebody. Let's say you just go through regular Hangouts, because regular Hangouts is actually still currently available. Actually, it's just no longer Hangouts on Air. That's no longer there. And what you can do is you can screen share, basically going into another tab. So let's say you've got a Hangouts going on right now. You can screen share that and then have the audio play through, and that's how you'll be able to actually interview people as such. And you don't have to show them either, because again, you don't have to put your own camera on. You just have to make sure your microphone's on, and also if you do a screen share, if you do a Hangouts link, that the audio is going to be on for that. I know that might be sounding a little confusing. The reason why I'm not doing any further in building here is because when you start to build these scenes, when you're already using a webcam or when you're already using a microphone, you cannot use that same source at the same time. You cannot use the same microphone in two different places, or the same camera in two different places, or else the image is going to start to go absolutely haywire. So that's why I'm not going further into detail, and that's why I'm going to do my very best to try and guide you guys through Labs OBS to create some type of tutorial. And as I said before, it's going to be very basic, but it's going to get you pretty much as far as you need to go. It's going to give you all the basics, and also I'm going to open it up to any questions that you guys might have, so that way I can actually make videos specifically on the questions that you might be bringing up. But hopefully this helps. So again, if you're one of those persons out there that's trying to find new ways to stream, since Hangouts is not, on Air is no longer there, if you don't want to bother with any software, you can go ahead and go to LightStream. go lightstream.com, or if you'd rather go and use something that is a little bit more familiar, you can of course just use regular old OBS, which I think is a very good option because all you need then is your stream key. Follow the steps as I said, going into your live stream tab, making sure your event's correct, and also making sure that you have the correct stream key in there. And then of course just make sure that your OBS software has whatever it is that you want to see, because if I were to click go live right now, this is what would show up on screen, and obviously that would cause a lot of people to go crazy because of the infinite screens and being able to see all of the settings. But again, if you want to go through that, I would recommend that. So OBS software or LightStream, these are great, very, very good, straightforward, I would say, starter options for you before going into something a little bit more complex than Streamlabs OBS. Even though I don't think it's nearly as complex, having walked it through with several people, I know that it can sometimes get a little confusing, as I know many people are trying to figure this stuff out. But please, let me know in the comments section, what do you want to see more from these types of videos? Do you like these types of videos? Do you want more instruction like this? Please let us know. And as I said before, tomorrow, I'm going to start this series of Streamlabs OBS videos to try and do some explanations, try and do some guidance on those issues, because I know a lot of people have been asking ever since Hangouts on Air left, but also even before then, because a lot of people wanted to try and get away from the Hangouts, get away from YouTube overall. That way they have more control over their channel. And also, of course, through Streamlabs OBS, you can receive direct donations through PayPal and also through Streamlabs through credit cards, meaning you don't have to get super chats and you don't have to make sure that YouTube gets 30% of your cut. So that's another thing I'll be going into in later videos. But let me know your thoughts about all these things in the comments below. Also, guys, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, Odin's Movie Blog. And also, please make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to this channel, Geeks and Gamers, because we are freaking awesome and you guys rock. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And as always, God bless.